Hello, beautiful people. I hope you are all doing amazing. If you don't know me and you just happen to have stumbled upon this video, I'm Nadia. I'm a health and sensuality coach over at thepleasureplate.com, and I'm also the founder of Embodied Dance Class, which is sort of a movement class that helps get us out of our heads and into our bodies stat. And today, our monthly movement cue is the pleasure chakra. So this is my default chakra. This is the place that feels super comfortable for me. Is definitely the place I like to hang out, to have a good time. And I want that for you as well. And so for those of you who might not be familiar with this series, what I'm basically doing is giving my tribe and my community a chance to add on to an embodiment starter kit, which I have for you all over at embodieddanceclass.com. So if you don't know what that is, head on over there. It's totally free. You just plug in your email, I send it to you, and as a result, you have a compilation of several different videos and playlists that help you get out of your head and into your body. And so what I've been doing with these monthly movement cues is adding on one extra movement each month, because I don't know about you, but as much as I love consistency and repetition, I also like novelty and trying out new things. And so what we're doing, in addition to the few movements that are in that starter kit, is adding on one movement a month for each chakra, where we're exploring this energy point. And so for those of you who may not know what chakras are essentially different energy points according to Eastern medicine that we have in our bodies. And so last month we started with our first chakra, which is the root chakra. And today we're going to be playing in the world of our pleasure chakra, which is our second chakra. And this is the chakra that's very much associated with sort of an orangey glow, a fiery, earthy tone. And it is all about our desires, our wants, our pleasure. And what I've found is that this is something that over time, especially us as women, have somehow we've just been wired to not trust our desire, to be incredibly scared to pursue our desire. There's been this taboo around pleasure, that for some reason pleasure is something that we shouldn't have too much of. And so because this area is very much for us as women in our womb space, and I'll sort of move back in a minute and show you exactly where this is. It's in our womb space, and it's also very much connected to our hips and the movement of our hips. And so all of this connects. If you think about belly dancing, exotic dancing, sensual, erotic movement, there is a certain shutting down that we do as women, because we don't really want to get too into our hips, because again, we've been told that it could be too much, it could be unsafe. And so we are here today to conjure up all that power, all that sensual, erotic energy you have, all the desires that might be lying dormant in your hips. We're going to bring this out with a couple of movements today. So without further ado, I'm going to get you moving. So I'm going to move back so you guys can see me properly. You'll see there's a mat behind me, and you should still be able to hear me okay. Make sure the volume is up. I don't know if that helps. All right, here we go. We're going to try this out. So, first of all, just to demonstrate what it is I'm talking about, the pleasure chakra is the space between your pelvic bone, your pubic bone, and your belly button, right? So that whole area in the middle between that is that energy point that houses all of your desires. And so what we're going to do today is wake up that area. So starting off with something that we have done many times, you may have done many times before in yoga, and this is cat-cow. Don't worry, I will break it down for you so you know exactly what it is we're doing. So you're starting off on all fours, right? You start off here, your palms are nice and flat on the mat. Your feet for now are just nicely placed down in front of your feet on the mat. You want to make sure your shoulders are rolled back. Your head is nice and long so you can really feel the length of your spine here. You know, I'm also talking to you, so I'm going to obviously move to the side. And you just want to start with a neutral spine here first. And we're just going to start out in cat. So what you're going to do here, keeping in mind that we're really working with the pelvis, so all the energy here where you see, we're just going to start off by tucking the pelvis. So you're bringing your belly button to your spine, you're rounding your back, really pushing the floor away with your arms, chin to your chest. See how far you can really round like a scared cat. And then as you inhale, taking a nice deep breath in, you're rolling your shoulders blades back, so you're bringing them together so that you're going to, it's like they're trying to kiss. And then you're going to reach your gaze up towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you are, and you're basically arching your lower back so your booty is out. So this right here is cow, and then this is cat. This is a beautiful way to wake up your spine, but it's also a really great way to start to feel that tilt back and forth in your pelvis right here, right? So you see how my booty's going up and down. And although this is an incredibly slow motion version of this, and it's very much rooted in yoga, do know that this isolation is actually the way in which you can start to learn to twerk. So the more you really start to understand how to cat and how to cow, the more you're going to be able to twerk. But that's another video. Actually, I'll tell you who's got the best video. My friend Amy Kim, Ariel Amy, I think she has a YouTube channel. It should be under Ariel Amy. She has an amazing YouTube video on how to twerk. Check it out. Went viral. It was awesome. All right, so twerking aside here, you want to start off by just doing a few of those. Once you've done those and you feel really good, you're going to start to add a circle here. So we're just going to, so it starts off again in your hips, in your pleasure chakra. And what you want to do as you're doing all of this is really connect to what feels good. I mean, we are working with your desires, with your pleasure. So starting off by just adding a circle in your hips and seeing how that undulates into the rest of your body. So it's going to, that energy is going to start off in your pelvis, your pleasure chakra, and it's going to move up your spine, into your lower back, into your upper back, into your shoulder blades, into your neck, and eventually into your head. And if your hair is nice and loose, I didn't do that because you guys won't be able to see my face, but I love to do this with my hair loose because it just adds to the sensations here. And so again here, just really connecting with that energy point between your belly button and your pubic bone. And then of course, doing this in both directions. You can go side to side. Just see what feels good for you. Once you've done this, you can actually come onto, I'm going to turn around so you can see me a little bit better here, but you're going to come on to your, into the seated position. So you're sort of sitting on your ankles. If at all this doesn't feel good, what you can do is add a little pillow between your booty and your ankles, or you can add a little, if you have one of those yoga blankets or just a regular blanket, that works as well. And so from here, staying connected to this energy point here, you're just going to imagine that there is something attached to the bottom of your hips and you're sort of like drawing a circle or just slowly carving out a circle with your hips here. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you this way first. So again, there's that same tucking and arching that we were doing in the other movement. This is just a slight variation. So if you really want to, if you feel a need to get into the space, then this is something that you can do. I'm going to show you also the profile here just so you see a little bit better what I'm talking about. If you love my creaky floors, it's like, oh yeah, you're tapping into those desires. We hear you. It's just an old Brooklyn apartment. So you just do it this way, and you can again get that undulation into your whole body, relaxing your neck. Start to whip your head around, bringing your shoulders into it. So just see where that takes you. And I just find that this is one of my favorite, absolute favorite movements, because I am really able to just express the sensual, the pleasure chakra is our sensual chakra. It's that part of us, that womb space energy, and that sensual energy that we don't tap into enough as women. And so I find this to be an incredibly valuable exercise when I just want to get into that like yummy, luscious space. And then you can add on, as always, you can add on from any of the other Embodiment Starter Kit moves, any of the moves we've done before, and see how your day goes. And of course, let me know in the comments below in the Facebook group. If you don't know what Facebook group we're talking about, it's Embody Tribe. We are all hanging out over there. That's where I'm posting these videos. That's where I post some monthly playlists and things like that. So if you're interested in more tools on how to get out of your head and into your body, that is the place to be. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know how it all goes.